Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Bilal, roll number 46116 session. The topic of my presentation is concentrated solar power plant. I will discuss the following contents. Introduction, CSP versus PV, technologies of CSP, working, why molten salt is used, advantages, future work, and references. Introduction. Concentrating solar power technologies use mirrors to reflect and concentrate sunlight onto receivers that collect solar energy and convert it into heat. Power generated by using different methods in the CSP plant. This thermal energy can then be used to produce electricity via steam turbine or heat engine that drives the generator. The sunlight hits the Earth's surface both directly and indirectly through numerous reflections and deviations in the atmosphere. CSP versus PV. The debate of whether CSP or PV power plants will prevail has been argued for several years. When looking at current and future price levels, CSP has and will have the high levelized cost of electricity than the PV. But one of the key benefits of choosing CSP over PV is that CSP plants can more easily provide ancillary services and provide dispatchable power on demand using long-term storage. Combining these features in a hybrid power plant could make CSP competitive with PV in the future. Technologies of CSP. Power generated by using different methods in CSP plant. First, parabolic trough collector. Second, linear Fresnel collector. Third, solar tower technologies. And the last, Stirling dish technology. Parabolic trough collector. A parabolic trough is a type of solar thermal collector that is straight in one dimension and curved as a parabola in the other two, lined with a polished metal mirror. The energy of sunlight which enters the mirror parallel to its plane of symmetry is focused along the focal line, where objects are positioned that are intended to be heated. Sun is in its plane of symmetry. The mirror is so oriented that sunlight which it reflects is concentrated on the tube, which contains a fluid. Fluid is piped to a heat engine which uses the heat energy to drive machinery or to generate electricity. Linear Fresnel collector consists of large number of collectors in parallel rows that are typically aligned in a north-south orientation to maximize annual and summer energy collection. With a single-axis sun tracking system, this configuration enables the mirrors to track the sun from east to west during the day, which ensures that the sun reflects continuously onto receiver tubes. In these systems, collector field is oversized to heat a storage system during the day so the additional steam it generates can be used to produce electricity. Solar tower technology. Power tower systems, also called center receivers, use many large flat heliostats to track the sun and focus its rays onto a receiver. The receiver sits on the top of a tall tower in which concentrated sunlight hits a fluid, such as molten salt, as hot as 1050 Fahrenheit. The hot fluid can be used immediately to make steam for electricity generation or stored for later use. Molten salt retains heat efficiently, so it can be stored for days before being converted into electricity. Stirling dish technology. Stirling dish technology uses mirrored dishes that are about 10 times larger than a backyard satellite dish. Mirror dishes used to focus and concentrate sunlight onto a receiver. As concentrated sunlight falls on the receiver, it heats the gas in the tubes to very high temperatures which causes hot gas to expand inside the cylinders. The expanding gas drives the pistons. The pistons turn a crankshaft, which drives an electric generator. Working of CSP. The system uses proprietary softwares to control thousands of tracking mirrors. Tracking mirrors used to concentrate sunlight onto a boiler filled with water that sits atop of a tower. When the sunlight hits the boiler, the water inside is heated and creates high temperature steam. Once produced, the steam is used either in a conventional turbine to produce electricity. Why molten salt is used? The use of salts in CSP trough plants is being investigated to lower operating costs, improve plant efficiencies, enable operation at higher temperatures. Advantages: CSP simply substitutes the use of concentrated solar power instead of combustible fossil fuels to produce electricity. This also makes concentrated solar power technology the most cost-effective solar option for large-scale electricity generation. One major competitive advantage of a concentrated solar power systems is that they closely resemble most of the current power plants. Concentrated solar power technology can be deployed relatively quickly and can contribute substantially to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Each concentrated solar power plant provides emissions reductions compared to its natural gas counterpart. Future work. Today, concentrated solar power technology has a cost somewhere between those of photovoltaics and wind. Consequently, additional large-scale research efforts are necessary in the future to further advance concentrated solar power technology to make it profitable and compatible as an alternative source of clean energy. The future looks bright for concentrated solar power. New technology is helping to reduce costs and enabling CSP plants to generate electric power 20 hours per day. These are the references which have been searched for this presentation. Thank you.